Let's go. Here we are on the verge of the 45th anniversary of Svengoolie. And this is part of the countdown to the actual date of the Svengoolie 45th anniversary celebration. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Let's go. I see a little bit of comments. I want to come to Michaela in comments, but just arrived today. I'm trying to meter out my my mania for this year. So obviously I have some Svengoolie t-shirts, but I had yet to get one of the full on, as they're calling it, the button down shirt. So just arrived in the mail today. Let's do a walkthrough. Let's do a little walkthrough on the shirt. So the tag right there, recognizing the 45th anniversary. The backside of the tag has the Sven Squad. But now, and right here in the column, see, I have not seen this stuff before it came in the mail today. So Svengoolie.com and the MeTV logo are featured right in there. Somewhere in there it says Weigel Broadcasting. And I also wanted to show the pocket. Where's the pocket? The pocket's got this. Man, let me get there. Let me get there. The Dutch tilt. The pocket's got the Sven logo well emphasized, but now let's break down the images and the material. So it is definitely soft. It doesn't list, or at least I haven't found it yet to list what the materials are. So I'll just say it's a soft and somewhat pliable, stretchy kind of material here. So again, let's try to see. We definitely have pictures of Svengoolie and Tombstone and Kerwin. We've got a movie reel clip right there. We've got a green hand. Looks like it's coming out of a grave. There's a bat. I would say that's the same art style as the bat that appears on the Buddy Sorrell coffin. Uh, what else do we got here? The equipment, the lab equipment, the chronometer from the studio is right in there. So I am just super pumped and super pleased to have this shirt. And there we go. There we go. Now I'm all set for when we get to Monday, when we get to Sven's appearance at the Music Box Theater. Now I know what I'm wearing for the show. Okay, comments, and then let's get to some content. Michaela, good to have Michaela around as always. Good evening. Happy Svengoolie night to all from Storgoolie, from her vacation spot. Nothing better than hang out with grandma in Statesboro. And then here comes Michaela again to say the new merch is like out of control. And that's why, as again, I'm saying I'm trying to meter my mania or temper my excitement with it. I'm so pleased to have a button down and a belated let's go. Hey, let's goes are let's goes, and we cannot start a show without a let's go around here. Thank you, Junkyard. And Junkyard is very frequently changing his imagery right there. What a lovely, lovely kaiju laser blast that is the Junkyard has attached to his image there. All right, so here, as I just mentioned, let me come around and get to screen. Well, let me pull Junkyard's comment. As I was just saying, what was I saying? I can't wait till Monday. Now, okay, check all the 45th anniversary excitement. So the excitement of having the shirt, and now the excitement of having an appearance. Again, I've seen C2E2 and I've run into Sven there. I've seen the costume shop and I've run into Sven at the costume shop at Fantasy Costumes with Fanboy G a good number of years ago. I've seen Sven at the Niles Library, and I've seen Sven at the Volo Museum. But this is the first time I'm going to be present while Sven is hosting or having a meet and greet as related to a movie. As we mentioned recently, we know Destroy All Monsters was just featured on the show. However, it's a whole other thing to see a movie on the big screen. You got big monsters on the big screen. That's the way to go with it. I'm so looking forward to it. And what else do we have? What else do we have to see here? Let's see if we can get to. Oh, I guess we got to go to stop first before we go back to start. Stop to share. So here we go. Just looking at tonight's feature. Tonight's feature is the Monolith Monsters. This is one I've never seen before. Can you smell what The Rock is crushing? As always, Sven breaks down the film with his comedy stylings. So, again, a movie I've never seen before. Absolutely interested in that 50s era uh, system that they have. Now, let's see what else can we do. Can we go to Reddit and share out? What are we looking at on Reddit? So Warner, and thanks always to Warner for his contributions on his own Facebook system and right here also. But there's all the new merch. So this is a lot of Chris Jones featured stuff. Let me see where I can see it a little bit better here. So 45th anniversary T-shirt by Chris Jones, pint glass by Chris Jones, poster by Chris Jones, coffee mug by Chris Jones. Chris Jones is running the table. I do so appreciate the Christopher Jones art, as we can see right over my shoulder. It's good to have the stuff. So again, there are so many different ways to participate, celebrate, engage in the 45th anniversary. If you're a collector, the items are there to collect. If you're an event attender, the event is there to go attend and check out. It is all good stuff. What else can I show and highlight here? Let's take a stroll through our one of our top. Here we go, Michaela. And Michaela, as always, you wish you were at the appearances. And Michaela, we look forward to the day that you're able to make it to one. And until that's possible, Michaela, I will continue to try to do my best job of coverage to make it the next best thing for you to be able to see the stuff. So, all right, let me go around now here to Svenologist, Sven Pell extraordinaire, Chris Hamby. And I was just reading a little earlier some of Chris's material. And let me get back over here so I can actually scroll through it. Here we go. Here we go. Right there's the trailer, as always. Chris was looking at the director and the second director unit and what did people go on to in their careers after this movie. So again, I won't give away the full story because I encourage people to actually visit Silver Screen Reflections unto itself. And as we continue to be aware of the countdown, Chris is at 99,121 viewers. I know 100,000 viewers has got to be just around the corner. And again, I'm personally excited to just watch the numbers tick up day by day or period by period. All right, Junkyard says Lola Albright had some time in Chicago. 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, many layers and connections of Sven all around. Nanette, thank you for showing up, Nanette. A bit late. I really wish. Well, you know what? There's well, I'm not on there, so I don't think Mr. Musk can come at me in any kind of a way. But hey, yes, should it be that Chris Hamby is able to express and promote himself via X or via Twitter? Absolutely. However, Chris Hamby is an entity unto himself, and he's going to do just fine without the Musk letter esque. And yes, so she is the leading lady for tonight in the Monolith Monsters. Absolutely. And then Junkyard, I know it's not just you and me having a conversation here, but I'll say for the Marvel Comics, well, I suppose DC also takes a lot of influences into their different things in a lot of different ways from the Universal movies or the 50s sci-fi movies. But come the Neil Adams and Roy Thomas art and writing team on the X-Men in the late 60s, they definitely had a living monolith, and this guy was a Stone related character. So I'm speculating that again, here's some slight reinterpretation, reconfiguration to take what was seen in the movies. You got the Blob on the movie screen, you have a Blob character in the X-Men, you have a monolith in the title of the movie, then you end up with a monolith villain in the X-Men. So it's a recurring theme for the House of Ideas to borrow from the House of Horror. So okay, we got that covered. Now again, let me, as far as news and events. Let's see if this is okay. Share this tab instead. I guess I'm just learning to navigate the tab split better. So this is a remind here, and remind has to show us again. Let me flip so I can navigate and scroll. This this is remindmagazine.com, and so it says here Svengoolie shares perfectly curated horror movie list for June. So Lauren Novak, that name is familiar. I'm not sure if she did a previous article, but here, talking. And again, please go visit the actual primary source site to see what they have to say over there. We are at the halfway to Halloween count. I'm not trying to discount the importance of halfway to Halloween, but right there being that we're more about a week from the actual anniversary, then we're going to prioritize the 45th anniversary of Svengoolie, and we'll have plenty of time to get to Halloween recognition as well. And maybe this is just worded interestingly or phrased in a different way than I would say it in a recent visit with Jerry G. Bishop, so I wouldn't call that absolutely recent, but I'm not here to quibble or I just wanted to point that out. I would have phrased it differently had I written the article, but more importantly, here's coverage of Sven and wow, what a great shot of Vincent Price this is. I mean, you want to talk good stuff with Vincent Price? Absolutely. There you go. And so it is, to me, an article worthwhile reading. Definitely some comments in their comment section over there. So again, it's a source we don't often go to is the Remind magazine online. The source we often go to, Chris Hamby. Let me come back around to the main screen here. So let me come out of comments. Let me go to the photos we have. So stop sharing and come back over here to again just walk through the 10th a little bit more. Definitely destroy all monsters will air start time, showtime 7 p.m. and prior to that, starting as of 5:30 in my scout out of the territory. So right next to the Music Box Theater, just one address north, is the Music Box Lounge. So that's where the Svengoolie meet and greet will be. So as is always the case, expect maybe a decent turnout. So if you're trying to get in line to be there, I would say show up in advance of 5:30. Maybe people don't need my helpful hints on how to do you even Sven, bro? Maybe people aren't looking for helpful hints as far as line management and such, but I wanted to make my pitch for it anyway. So including service fees, the ticket is $14.56. Very reasonable. And again, this is a 1920s built classic Chicago theater to be sitting in. I think the last time I was at the Music Box was maybe for Kevin. Look at my glasses. Maybe for Kevin Smith for Clerks 3 or something like that. It was it's always a good experience to be at the Music Box. They definitely still have the old style seating reminiscent of, for me, the grade school auditorium in which Junkyard and which Fanboy G and I would sit in the grade school auditorium for assemblies and things. The seats, the floor vents remind me of that in the best of ways. A couple more comments are coming in, so let me check on the comments. And okay, Campbell, Mr. Campbell, a beautiful way to officially start summer. Always good to check in with Jim Campbell. Jim's been pumping me a lot of good pictures that he's finding from out in the field of different cosplay things and all that stuff. And oh, all right. So I got excited to see Junkyard's comment, but let me not give the bum rush here. So I'm looking forward to getting a minute to hang out face to face with Jim Campbell this coming summer because it's always a good experience. Okay, now all things in there too, the wonderful pipe organ and the moving clouds. So as long as you're going to lead me down a path, Junkyard, I'll follow you right. I'll follow right into the art of the junk on that one. So when we were there, wife and me were there for the Kevin Smith. I'm pretty sure it was Clerks 3. There was an organist playing before the movie came on. So that was super, super cool. And yeah, don't crane your neck, but the moving clouds, it's all a great arrangement. It's all a great arrangement. I see we do have some viewers viewing, so welcome people if you're jumping in just a touch after we had our go time, let's go time, roughly 15 minutes ago. So again, recapping, I'm crazy excited that I have the finally a button down Svengoolie shirt, and this is it's got a good comfort to it. It's got a good style to it. It's light. It's a nice summer shirt to have. As just 72 hours, give or take, from now, there I will be standing in the line again, trying to chase down another signature from Sven, and I'll get a couple more moments of banter with Mr. Rich Coase himself. Hoping to run into people from either the Reddit community or from the Godzilla Reddit, or just run into people who I don't have any direct connection with, or no historical connection, I should say, except for being a Sven fan. Okay, so let's jump over again. I know we looked at Reddit a little bit. Let's take a little bit of a deeper dive to Reddit, and then we're not going to be broadcasting. We're not going to be here too late. Then extra camera. I don't have an extra camera. That's the wrong thing. All right, here we go. Reddit, and let's see if we can get to. All right. So there, and again, thanks to Warner for posting on the merch and the store. Boy, do I got a back arrow here to get back into the regular. There we go. All right. So and there's ads in things. Again, recent merge. Blue Boy 714 just finished the puzzle, and what a good looking puzzle it is. That's maybe I'll have to pick one of these up too, for crying out loud. That's top flight image selection. Right, we got a Kerwin here, we got a Rubber Chicken there, we got a Buddy Sorrell. Man, definitely good stuff. Let's scroll a little bit down more in Reddit. Here, Warner's providing us with some art that I'm assuming is coming to his Facebook group. And good old oxytocin deficiency. Should have had water with me here. Is getting with the clever, with the advanced knowledge that he has on the films, mixing his comedy and knowledge together in his Reddit posts. This was our most recent show we did here. We just did a couple of quick minutes of a preview. And again, you want to see some great fan art. Here, the Rondos. Okay, so if you haven't seen it yet, here's the official video that Sven and Nostalgia for Ratu and Svengoolie and the Imp put together. Just a quick thank you video for having received the Rondo Award. So for me, that was a fun watch. I'll say from the YouTube channel of Rondo Awards, this is the most viewed of all the thanks for the award going my way videos. So that was kind of cool. And again, there's Warner doing his poster puns, his rework in the images. So let's take a. So Warner included the spindle, the now gone, the long defunct, as was featured in the Wayne's World motion picture, the car spindle. Some people would call it the car kebab, but that's pretty cool that Warner included it in the poster. And there we go. There's some Nanette now. Here, Nanette at the top of her game, as she always is. Let's get some Nanette art on the screen. Squidward and SpongeBob as Sven and Nasty, and again the personality that she captures in there. And now here she is going mixed media, baby Kerwin, putting a little overlay in there. It's a beautiful thing. Warner's got a vintage picture of Sven from the turtleneck era from the year 2000, a mere quarter century ago. And there's Michaela keeping us entertained with her own photo work there. And there's another one there, a riff on Bewitched. So now there's me posting again. Who needs to see me posting on Reddit, for crying out loud? All right, so let's come back around. And Nanette, absolutely, the puzzle is worth picking up. Nanette, I don't know if you want to say or not say, if you want to say off air, if you're going to be at the, well, we appreciate all that you do for the community. Nanette, the Svengoolie community is absolutely better off for having Nanette's participation without question. Nanette, will we see you at on the 10th? Will you be at the Music Box Lounge? Will you be there for the meet and greet? Don't feel obligated to say in the comments. We can discuss that off the show if you'd like. But I am super looking forward to all of this stuff. And let me say, as I'm starting to wrap up, we will absolutely have some other stuff coming up. We'll have post-event coverage after the 10th, and we'll absolutely have more 45th anniversary for Svengoolie coverage coming around. So I appreciate, again, as we always do, I appreciate Junkyard and Michaela and Annette and Jim Campbell. I appreciate In Spirit Chai-Star G. I appreciate In Spirit Fanboy G for coming around. I'm going to close this one out for now. We're let's go hang out and relax a little bit. Maybe watch a little bit of Three Stooges before it's actually showtime. It's a rainy night here in the Windy City. I was gonna do this show from outside, but then I thought the sound of the rain over the roof outside on the hut would be a little bit too much. A new comment before we go, which Nanette will not be. Nanette will not be there, but hey, so no worries, pal. Well, that's again just like for Michaela. I'll try to do my best job taking coverage. Yeah, Michaela definitely nailed it on the Bewitch. And again, I just the mashup concepts takes element A and element B and put the things together. And Jim Campbell, let me narrate in a closing tale. Let me say, Jim Campbell, the Mandarin remains a man of mystery. I had thought this might have been a sign. Do I even have the picture loaded? We saw a license. Aha. Okay. I thought this was a sign from earlier that morning that we were going to meet the Mandarin that day because there exists in the world a license plate that says Mandy. So I don't know. Is this the Mandarin Mobile? Is this not the Mandarin Mobile? I can't say. But Jim, again, I thank you for the question. The Mandarin remains elusive and a man of mystery. And I support the Mandarin's comings and goings as the Mandarin sees fit. It would be a great thing if it comes to pass that we ever do run into the Mandarin. But hey, I'll take it as it is for now. Again, just a couple other closeout here. So the car spindle, you can check that out on your Wikipedias or in your motion picture Wayne's World. And again, the Rondo Awards, please do if you're looking for a further dive into the actual Rondo Award process. There you go. Just Rondo Hatton has its own website. And again, taken from the movie actor Rondo Hatton. There was some story within a story that the image for the statuette that goes out as the trophy was based on what's in the movie. A couple of his greater known pictures, the greater known roles were the Brute and the Creeper. Also, let me say Rondo, and then man, well, that would be how would I manage to be loading in comments when I'm doing shows, Mr. Campbell? That would be a real feat, wouldn't it? So let me pull back over here and pull this out of the way so I can give the old wrap up. Last thought on Rondo Hatton. So many pictures. If you're going to check his IMDb, he was listed as uncredited. In the majority of his work, he received fewer credits, I believe, fewer credits under his name versus just appearing in pictures as an uncredited player. So to me, that's kind of, a Cinderella story that the guy who didn't get the recognition now is the vehicle by which the recognitions are given. Again, congrats to Sven for winning the Rondo for Best Horror Host. I am going to close this out at this time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for playing along. Thanks for participating in the 45th anniversary ongoing celebration. And that's how we do over here. I'm closing us out. I will be back most likely Tuesday the 11th. I'll come around again to give fresh coverage of the meetup at the movie house at the Music Box. Godzilla versus the Music Box, featuring Svengoolie on the 10th and many other days. Today they're showing movies. Tomorrow they're showing movies. All the way up to the 13th, they're showing movies. All right. Thanks, everybody. And we are